Welcome to Modified, where I, Matt Powers, and this guy, Geoff Stoneback, travel across the country to visit the hotbeds of the tuner culture. At each place, we're going to check out the local car scene, source some cars from the area, and enter into their competition, if they let us.
On each episode this season, we'll be checking with Super Street Sam Dew to see how Project Civic comes together.
On this episode of Modified, we're at Gridlife Midwest for a wild automotive experience that's packed with fans, music, and of course, fast cars. Today, we're in South Haven, Michigan at GingerMan Raceway, checking out all that Gridlife 2017 has to offer. In 2013, this amazing event was founded right here as a grassroots festival based around time attack, tandem drifting, and music. Over the years, it's grown into a huge event with big sponsors, crazy fast cars, and some of the loudest names in today's music industry. After taking a look at the Gridlife event scene, we'll meet up with Will Au-Yeung and Savanna Little to check out the cars we'll be competing in for our Time Attack Challenge later this episode. I've never been to Gridlife, but like any event, you just gotta start by walking around. So this is Rob Chairslayer's car. Dude is like such an inspiration for so many people. Awesome that he's out here. He built this car by himself. You can see the car is hand controlled. So basically he's controlling everything, all the power, the brakes, everything with his left hand, steering with his right hand. Yeah, this car is awesome, super fast, supercharged LS. He's tearing it up on track.
I'm from Philly. We're gonna get a Philly cheesesteak and see how it is. I'm a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. Could I get a Philly cheesesteak?
Peppers, mushrooms, and onions.
It's not really a Philly cheesesteak with that.
Oh my gosh, your mom raised you right.
As Matt and I mentioned earlier, we're both time tacking cars. Matt's off checking his car, and I'm gonna check in with Savanna Little, and we're gonna check out her 350Z.
So basically, this is my 2008 Nissan 350Z. I bought it as a daily driver about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, nice.
So the climb uphill into the car that it is now has been a very quick and steep climb.
Yeah.
It's got an LS swap, so we're running an LS3 crate motor from Summit Racing. The team that helped me put the car together is Enjuku Racing. They do most of the work on the car that I don't do myself. They did all the fabrication work for the swap kit as well as the roll cage and everything else.
I mean, it looks super awesome. Definitely not a stock 350Z from when you bought it. So I have no idea about time attack. Give us a little information on it.
The goal is to beat the clock and beat yourself and beat your competitors. So We're out there usually staggered one car at a time, so you're not gonna run into traffic. There's not much door-to-door action. We're really out there just trying to better ourselves and ultimately set the fastest time of the day.
There's all the other cars in your class out on track at the same time, correct?
They break it up by time. So they have you staggered by your time. So if your best time is a 44, you're gonna be grouped around people that are similar to your times. That way you don't run into traffic. The idea is that everybody gets at least one clean lap.
Do you mind if I check the car out and make sure I can possibly reach the pedals? Feels good. Car feels good. I can reach the pedals. Enjuku Racing definitely built an awesome car. And I'm real familiar with 350Zs, so I'm stoked to drive this thing and not drift, because you know, my whole life has been drifting, so it'll be different trying something else out. It's interesting to see this view. I've always been on track doing drifting, but it's cool seeing everything and how they come, especially the time attack, because I've never done time attack, and you see their lines. It's pretty cool to see it from this view.
Before we meet up with Will Au-Yeung to check out my car for the Time Attack Challenge, let's take a look at our 2017 Project Civic build that we'll be following on every episode this season. Modified, of course, is a show that's all about the love of tuning cars. Honda was nice enough to give us his 2017 10th Gen Civic to build throughout the season. The Civic comes equipped with a turbocharged 1.5 liter that's good for 180 horsepower and 177 foot-pounds of torque. It's got premium 18-inch alloy wheels, center exit dual exhaust. So this thing's already a blast to drive, super awesome. We're here with my man Sam Du from Super Street. So what are you guys gonna do with this thing?
Obviously, we're really excited. This is Honda's first turbocharged Civic, and we're lucky enough that ours is a 6-speed and extremely fun to drive.
Yeah.
First things first, we're gonna get a baseline dyno, so we're gonna head over to World Motorsports. We're gonna have a wind tunnel dyno that simulates real-world driving conditions so we can get the most accurate horsepower and torque figure before we do things like the ECU upgrade, the intake, and more to gain more power out of the car.
So after setting up the dyno, Sam and the team at Super Street did 3 polls to find out the best numbers we could get from this car. We ended up with the figure of about 173 foot-pounds of torque at 2,300 RPMs and 164 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs. Check in next time when we continue to modify this 10th gen Civic hatchback. So we got Will Au-Yeung in his 9th gen Civic Si. This guy is an absolute animal on track. He set the track record earlier. Then it got beat, right?
Yeah.
But then he broke his transmission, sequential, some crazy high-strength transmission, trying to get it back. And so now, unfortunately, your car is up in the air.
Right now, we're trying to diagnose what the exact issue is, and we did bring a backup transmission, not quite as good as our A-game one, but it's okay. We'll get it in there and get some more laps inside the car.
So this car is insane. I mean, everyone I told that I'm driving this thing, they're like, holy crap, that guy's killing it. The thing looks insane. Tell us a little bit about it. What are some of the standout features on it?
The major thing is it's a turbocharged K24 in it. It currently makes 771 wheel horsepower, which is a pretty high number for a time attack vehicle, especially a front-wheel drive time attack vehicle. On a smaller track, it's not necessarily the most ideal setup because it has a lot of power and you really can't open up and stretch out the legs on a track like this. But at the same time, as our time show, you know, we're only a few tenths off what is now the track record. So it's still a very usable car. You just have to adapt it to the situation at that time.
Totally. Well, I'm excited to get back to an H-pattern transmission. But at the same time, I was pretty excited about all that power, and on slicks, I was like, man, this could be the fastest car I've ever driven.
You're still gonna have a blast out there, trust me. It is probably the complete 180 from what you're used to, like where, you know, you got that rear end kicking out. That's the opposite with this thing. You know, you wanna keep this car fairly composed, definitely modulate that throttle just like you would in a drift car. However, completely different purposes, right? Modulating this throttle to get as much and smooth of a corner exit as possible so you can really straighten that car out and put that power down. Braking wise, like combined with the aero, combined with the slicks going on here, you'll be able to get into a corner and just lay on that brake, and you'll be glad there's a harness in there.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to take on Jeff in this thing, and I hope I do it some justice. Thank you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
After a full day of crazy fans and fast cars, Gridlife ended the night with a music festival featuring sets from several popular DJs, as well as a number of other activities for concert goers who wanted a slightly different experience.
I don't know if you can hear me, but now is where it gets super weird and wild.
We're back with day 2 of Gridlife. We got our car set and we're ready to go for our time attack challenge.
The goal of the time attack challenge is to simply get the fastest lap time using the best possible racing line. With Matt and I coming from the drifting world and now entering a completely different type of racing, this should make an interesting and exciting battle.
But I'm pretty sure that my car is going to be faster than your car.
Yeah, dude, I heard all that.
So, well, good luck. See you, whoever has the fastest time.
So I think I'm gonna build a road race car.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was super fun.
So how'd you do out there?
I feel like I did pretty good. Car's solid. It's just weird really wanting to drift.
Yeah.
And trying not to. I mean, the lines are a little bit different, but it was crazy. I mean, you know, what about you?
This thing is insane. I've never driven a car like this. I felt like, you know, I wasn't even close to hitting its potential. But I was, you know, sliding all over the place, and it's just a freaking go-kart on steroids. So it was pretty crazy just even getting to drive a car. I've never driven a car like that. So it was a cool experience.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy when you came down the front straight and you're hauling ass. Then you sort of locked it up a little bit.
That was the last lap. I was thinking in my mind, I was like, this might be the last time. I better bring it.
Yeah.
But I went off on my warm-up lap.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I wasn't even that
fast. I was just cruising. I'm like, oh God, it's so fast.
Yeah.
I was cruising, but I don't know, I just went off and everything was all right. So, thanks for checking out this episode of Modified. We hope you guys like it. We had a blast out here at Gridlife.
We got another episode coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to be Matt in it. Otherwise, I'm gonna find a new day job.
See you in Atlanta.
If you like this episode of Modified, there's a brand new one on Motor Trend On Demand. Check it out!
On this episode of Modified, we're in Atlanta, Georgia.
We're checking out Formula Drift.
I think Matt's gonna do pretty good.
2004, this very track, road Atlanta, it's the womb of drifting.
Watch the latest episode of Modified right now on Motor Trend On Demand.